SABC board continued its hearings in Cape Town today. A former SABC non-executive board member, Rachel Kalidass, told the committee that she only became aware of the contents of the Public Protector's report into the SABC for the first time on the website of the Public Protector. Kalidass became a board member on the 25th of November 2013. She was removed as a board member in March 2015. The Public Protector's report, titled "When Governance and Ethics Fail," recommended remedial action to be implemented against Claudia Motsoeneng. She took the liberty of circulating the report to the board members as well as the company's secretary because they had not been given it prior to its public release. Kalidass was questioned by Advocate Vanara about what had happened at a board meeting that had been called urgently.
When you received the notice, could you comprehend what you were called to attend to at that meeting?
Not at all. Because the PP report was under discussion at that point in time, we assumed that there would just be a discussion of processes that were already underway. We were quite surprised when it said that the minister will be in attendance because the minister had met the board a week prior on the 2nd of July. So we thought that perhaps there could be something urgent, and given the respect that we have for the office of the minister, we made ourselves available at a very short period in time. But when it said COO matter, under no circumstances did we anticipate that we would be arriving to make an appointment on that day.
You get to a meeting, does anybody explain the urgency of this meeting?
Upon opening the meeting, the chairperson, Mrs. Ellen Shabalala, indicated that the urgency around this meeting was that she received a lawyer's letter from the attorneys of the acting COO, Mr. Motsoeneng, which basically motivated that he was acting for a very long period in time, but also that what preceded this was that there was also a clearing of the issue of the previous COO, Mr. Mbuso Mbebe, whereby there was legal action that was instituted against the SABC by the former COO, and that had now been subsequently resolved by the Honourable Minister.
Why couldn't that correspondence have been dealt with at a scheduled subsequent board meeting?
We would also like to know that. In my opinion, in hindsight, I don't think there was an urgency for that meeting, and there definitely was not an urgency for that appointment to be made that night.
Did you raise that
Yes,
concern with the board?
It was a very, fiercely contested meeting whereby we had two groups at the end of the day which tried to advance their motivations, their arguments, and their opinions in this regard, especially in light of having the Public Protector's report before us, which had not yet been adequately responded to. We felt that it was the inappropriate time. There's also board members who specifically wanted a legal opinion because they felt that this decision that was being advanced by the board was unlawful.
You say there was an invite extended to the minister, and the minister is on record confirming or acknowledging receipt thereof. Was the minister at the meeting or the venue of the meeting?
Yes, when the meeting commenced at around 7 p.m., shortly afterwards, the chairperson excused herself, saying that she needed to go welcome the minister. When she returned to the board, she indicated that the minister was sitting, I think, in her office. So our understanding was that the minister was present while the board was proceeding with its discussions. When the board had concluded the voting process and a decision was made, the Honourable Minister was invited into the boardroom whereby this decision was announced and communicated to her. So she was present in the building at the time.
This decision, which is a recommendation to the minister, gets to be communicated. What is the minister's response to the board members?
The minister responded that she was there to hear the outcome of the decision and that she would apply her mind to this decision. The next day, we received a written letter from the minister which stated that she had received a letter from the board making a recommendation for the appointment, and she was confirming the appointment of Mr. Motsoeneng as the COO.